Tonight marks 1 year since Omaha Police Chief Todd Schmaderer took office, and it has been a busy year. He sat down with me earlier today to talk about the highs, lows, and the next step for our city.
It is a whole new world when you step into the top seat.
When Omaha Police Chief Todd Schmaderer was sworn in a year ago, he promised to be a visible chief. A year later,
I will continue to be visible. If something big happens in the city, I believe the buck stops with me as long as it's crime related.
Chief Schmaderer has had to face the cameras in several high-profile cases. One of the high points of the year, announcing a task force had tracked down an alleged serial killer, solving 4 homicides.
We were following him for quite some time. So we did know a month or so into it, we felt pretty comfortable.
Chief Schmaderer says there was one clear reason he felt a task force needed to be devoted to these 4 murders.
We felt that this individual would kill again.
Garcia's arrest, a high point of his first year in office. The low point, this video showing a rough arrest at 33rd and Seward in March.
That was not an example of policing that I want done in this Omaha Police Department.
After an investigation, Chief Schmaderer sent a strong message. 4 officers were being fired.
I will say this, Malorie, I do believe we're a better police department in the aftermath of that event.
Chief Schmaderer has said since day one, violent crime is his top priority. Recently, 10 violent criminals were taken off the streets in Operation Purple Haze.
But when we do operations of a high level like Purple Haze, law enforcement becomes the witnesses in court. And we will show up and we will testify.
Chief Schmaderer says violent crime remains his top priority in his second year in office. As he wraps up his first year as chief, does he plan to stick by the promise he made of serving as chief for years to come?
Even though we've had a tumultuous year, let's put it that way, it's been a great year. I'm looking forward to many years to come, and retirement's not even on my mind.
And the chief tells me that recently several officers were honored for saving other people's lives. He says those are the moments that are his biggest highlights.
They certainly would be. And you discussed other issues during this interview, too.
Yes, we did, and I will share more from our interview on Daybreak tomorrow morning and also on WOWT.com. Well, let's take a quick break.